experience. So what we try and do in the chaplaincy is be with you through your everyday trauma, because you do experience everyday trauma. It's not as dramatic or as overt as battle or police trauma, but it is certainly there. And it certainly happens more than we think, and it usually happens behind closed doors in the home. So what I'm focusing on today is how you can enact your Lenten practice via interaction, not on a mountaintop where you are alone, simply ministered by angels and tempted by Satan, because that's our focus of our chaplaincy. So Catholics are really associated with Lenten fasting, and Catholics focus on Catholic traditions more than biblical traditions. As I said, typically my dad, who converted from Baptist to Catholic because he really researched Catholicism, really liked it, he gave up ice cream, or we'd give up chocolates, so that's typically what is done. You give up social media, you just give up something. Well, if the primary action of Lent is to give up, to open up, and we do not have the luxury of eliminating distractions on a mountain, then what should our preparation for Easter Resurrection Day look like? Don't focus on giving up, focus on opening up. So that goes beyond just giving up ice cream or giving up chocolate, because that doesn't really go anywhere. Become quiet, not on a mountain, but in conversation, because we can't be on a mountain. I can't be on a mountain. My wife can't be on a mountain. We've got kids. They're like, "Where's mom?" "Oh, she's on the mountain for 40 days. Good luck with everything." No, that's not going to work. So then how do we practice it? To become quiet, not on a mountain in a desert, but in conversation. Listen more. As we opened up listening for God, listening to each other, because that's where you're going to see God reflected. Listen closely. Don't talk, which means stop chattering. So much of talk is chattering. Stop the chatter by pausing longer. If you're around Indian people or country people, as I have been up in the Andes, they're very quiet. There's long pauses. The traditional tribes would smoke and listen and not. And today, I see this all the time when I'm talking to people. They interrupt me when I'm trying to say something because they're not really listening. They're thinking about what they're going to say, and everybody's interrupting each other. So become quiet. And this is where you can begin to find the way out of sinning and being sinned against, because it is in relation to someone else. So where two or more are gathered, Yeshua is there in the connection in between. But this is also where the disconnection happens all the time. We're not just talking about the connection up, but the connection between as well. So yeah, you should be working on the connection up, but you should also be working on the connection between whoever you are interacting with. And so that's the focus of our chaplaincy, is to be alongside you while you go through your daily trauma. So why can you find the way out of sinning and being sinned against here in interactions? Because you're not able to go find God in the desert. You're not going to get the luxury of a whirlwind during the day and a whirlwind of fire at night. Seen those things when I'm out. I don't have time to be out anymore. Kind of frail to be out. But you can find God in the reflected image bearer across from you. So if you're having trouble finding God, you should be looking for God in your spouse, in your children, in your workers, in everybody you interact with, because we are image bearers. What's that mean? Well, we're reflecting the image of God. Well, when a mirror reflects my image, is it really a three-dimensional representation of me? No, it's just a flat image. You can't go into it, but it does give me a look at that. And that's what we are. We are not fully God. Although Old Testament does say you are gods. But we can't put all of the ocean in a paper cup. But there is some of the water of the ocean in that cup. So we can look into our neighbors, into our spouses, into our children, and see the image of God reflected there. This is where you can practice Lenten work on a daily basis in your home and in your workplace.